Hello Stampers, this is super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wisconsin, USA. Thanks for purchasing my April 2024 kits in the mail. These are the 4 options that you had to purchase. Hopefully you got all 4 fabulous and fun designs. So in this video, I will share how I assemble all of the kits. So let's just dive right in and get that off of the mat. These kits were inspired by this sample. This particular technique is a featured month in my Fantastic Fun Folds group. It's 1 Fantastic Fun Fold per month. It's a subscription service, so you make one purchase and you get all 12 tutorials emailed to your inbox around the 1st of each month. So I decided to design actually my kits in the mail. This is the sample you'll see in the PDF. The additional 4 samples that I am sharing today are 4 different designs that I created to support my kits in the mail program. All right, so let's pull out the lavender kit first, the Highland Heather, and pull everything out. And in each kit, I've included a piece of cardstock. That's just to help it mail a little easier. And of course your envelopes will be sealed. This is the piece that I included just to help it mail a little easier. You set that aside, use it for something else. Okay, and then let's pull everything out in your kit and see what you got. I have made these score marks at, let's see here, I don't have it up on my screen here. The score marks are at 2.5 and 5 inches, and then this is 4 1/4 by 7.5 inches. Those measurements will be in that PDF that I emailed to you. And then we need to make the diagonal scores. So in this video, I will share 2 ways to make those scores. Now I score so much, all my kits are scored, that my 4 1/4 actually has a groove way down at the end. Right here. That's where I usually stop and pull up when I score full sheets of cardstock. So what I'm going to do is put the small end of the stylus, the small ball, into that 4 1/4 groove. Pull that down. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to tuck that corner on the 4 1/4 groove and pull my stylus back up and line up that 2.5 score mark. Then I'm going to eyeball and make sure everything is still lined up. And press straight down. Do the same thing on this side. And we're going to line up this one. So into the 4 1/4. And it's that bottom right tip we're going to put in there. And then eyeball and making sure my scores at the top is in the groove. Okay, so that's one way to do it. We'll go through the second way in the next kit. Okay, now let's pull back in the sample. This one goes in just like I've scored it for you already to make it fit into the envelope. This one comes in. Grab your bone folder. This one gets folded back. This one gets folded up. And you gotta kind of watch these corners down here so that you don't rip it. See, that one ripped a little bit. Just be aware that might happen. All right. Okay, next we are going to start assembling. So I do have my green glue here, but it tends to show through the basic white cardstock, so I don't use the green glue on the basic white. So this basic white measures 2 1/4 by 4 inches. It's slightly taller than the panels. The panels, let's line that up. These DSP panels measure 2 1/4 by 3 7/8, so just a little bit smaller so it can fit inside that panel. All right, before we get excited with the panel, let's attach your die cuts. So here are the 2 die cuts that I used. They're from the Painted Lavender die set, which is sold as a bundle in the January to April 2024 catalog. Sold as a bundle with the stamp set. Got a magnetic thing up there so I don't lose any. And it's going to be, I suppose I could put the whole thing on there. I cut it off. Let's just do both looks so you can kind of see what they look like. And this one, let me pull back in. It cuts to, it looks like hollyhocks, so you may have gotten one or the other. They're both a little bit different in shape and height. Okay, I didn't put any glue on the stem. I could have just dabbed some, but I knew I was going to put the Highland Heather over it, so. Just some light glue application. There's the 2 looks for the inside. Yeah, it does look like this was the shorter stem there. Okay, next we need to cut the pattern paper. Okay, so in your PDF tutorial, it will step you through how to decide what is what. So lay these both out. In the tutorial, this one is the front. This Highland Heather pattern is the back. So the colorful one is the front, Highland Heather is the back. So colorful one is the front on the left, Highland Heather is in the back. So if you look at it, this one we have to cut from upper left to bottom right. And then this more solid pattern, we have to cut from upper right to bottom left. All right, so grab your paper trimmer. And get some things out of the way here. So the front panel is upper left to bottom right. Just line your corners up into your groove. Hold your paper down and slice. And then the back panel is upper right to bottom left. Okay. All right, now pull my sample back in. These will only be, they are only attached one way. So if you try to put these panels on the back with the pretty pattern facing up, it wouldn't work. You could flip it around, but then the patterns are going the wrong way. They're drooping vines instead of upright vines. So that's another kind of watch what you're doing moment there. And we're just going to use some glue. And then center it. And the reason why I use the glue is because I can get, you know, adhesive up into the corners instead of using the tape runner. And not a lot because the glue spreads. But the glue also allows you to kind of slide it in place where you want it. Okay, and then these two. So take care when you attach your panels to your card base. I attached these next two with the vines essentially facing down. They look like hanging vines instead of upright plants. So if that bothers you, make sure you watch which direction you're attaching to your card base. So the one I'm attaching now should have been on the right panel, because then the vines would be going up. And then the next one, the one that's sitting on my table, I should have attached where I just attached that one. So now that you're aware, maybe you can see that the vines are actually hanging down. So this panel should have been attached to the upper left one. Should have just flipped attaching. Okay, so there's that. And then for this one, I attached the bottle on the left panel. And I'm attaching all of these with just dimensionals. And I think I won't use these, but I'll grab my own old craft and rubber scissors. I'm going to use the edge. So it's this upper edge here. I can get into the neck. And then just center it. And next, I included a sheet of these die-cut butterflies. They're part of the perennial lavender suite. And oops, here's the suite. I'm going to do a catalog tour. So right there, unopened package there. I am going to be economical because you only get 8 sheets of these in a package. And for you, that's plenty, but for me, I need to prep kits. We're going to do a different butterfly. I think that one is too big. It overwhelms, but this one will work. That. And since the card opens this way, I'm actually going to flip it and have the back side up. What we consider the back side. The back side is where the die is pressing through. So this is the front side. That's the back side. You can't tell too bad. You will be able to tell if you're a paper crafter, but nobody's going to notice, even if you are a paper crafter. I sometimes like the back side up because you get a little bit more of a dimension and color variation through the back side. There. Okay, and make sure you don't glue the wings. Well, you could. Maybe I did. Nope, I didn't. Whew. Just glue in the center of the body because the wings are overhanging the bottle. Okay, next up, you would have gotten a few, and I was going to say just a few of these because I'm limited on these as well. Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, part of the Perennial Lavender Suite. Usually give you a strip. Might be giving you a few more once I get some sales going and kind of determine how many kits I have to sell. It's kind of hard because I can't just go to my stock and grab more. I don't want to have a lot of stock left at the end of a catalog. So I've got, the reason why you've got for sure 3 is I've got the Highland Heather here and these a wine color in the center. So Highland Heather on the corners. And then the wine color in the center. Up at the top or in the center of the body, what do you think? Or up here at the bottle or down here. It's gonna put this down here on the bottle this time. Okay, so that's the first one. And the additional product I used would have been the bottle punch on that one. All right, let's swipe this aside and get the next one up. This is the next one. Earth and Texture ones. Open that up. Set your envelope, and this is extra for you. We didn't use it in the kit. And we need to go through the same steps. Do the scoring and then the cutting. So for this time, we're gonna bring in our paper trimmer and find the scoring blade. Just gotta double check to make sure I've got the right one, because even though they're different colors. Scoring blade on this rendition of our paper trimmer is this lighter color taupe. All right, upper left-hand corner to bottom right on the left panel. And score. Okay, and this one is the upper left and bottom right. Okay, and while I've got the paper trimmer here, we're going to look at our papers here. So for this one, you got a piece of this speckled. That one is the inside. And this one, it's the same pattern on this side, but this on the opposite side was ombre. So the white part was the inside and the two blues are the outer side. So just look at your paper. Let me set this one aside for a second because we're gonna do our cutting. Now we know from the first one, direction. This one, pattern paper, has direction. Just make sure you've got your vines growing up if that concerns you. Vines could go down too. This one is the front one then. Okay. So front one is upper left to bottom right, and this time we're gonna cut it. And the back one is opposite, upper right to bottom left. Okay, now we're gonna get our bone folder. Get that out of the way. And then bend back. Again, trying to take care that you don't actually rip the corners. I think it's kind of hard not to do that though. And then the one I bent back for you, I would bone fold that as well. Maybe let's do a bone fold on the back side, and maybe that will help it not rip. I think some of the card stock is a tad bit thicker. It must be the way that they make it and how many fibers they put in there. So those slightly thicker ones have a tendency to rip. Okay, now let's plot this out. Blue on the front. So flip that over, and these two on the back. Just line them up in your card base. Make sure you've got them going the right way. And just line it up in there. This is the back one. So this is the Earth and Textures design, Earth and Textures DSP. With copper foil accents for drama. I like cards with drama, and this one certainly is a dramatic card. This is a card that you send to your paper crafting friends that would appreciate the extra work you're doing. Okay, and then this for the inside, since it's not a basic white, I can use my glue on it. Open that up. All right, 2 die cuts. One is from the Earthen Textures die set. This little one. Put it in the inside. Oh, make sure all your chads are gone. Got one in the center right there. Oh, that's hard for me to see, white on white. There we go. Okay, outer thing. Ooh, I already have a punch decorative circle for you. Outer thing, outer focal point. Where are my proper words this morning? I think it's too early. It's not even 8 o'clock. Haven't had any coffee yet either. And that might surprise people that I say I'm drinking coffee now. I'm drinking coffee that has flavor. I always like coffee flavored things like ice cream and sweet treats. But the coffee that Jim brews is bitter. I don't like it. So my sister actually found Ticino brand coffee, which is actually not coffee grounds. It's a whole bunch of nuts. That's really good. I really like that in the winter. But then I went in the grocery aisle and I found some coffee that I like, the Amaretto. It's from Cameroons. There's a Italian espresso I like. And of course I like to have it with a cookie, a sweet treat, a roll, something homemade that I make. Okay, another bottle. And then this swag leaf, it actually looks like an aquarium plant to me. It is from the Painted Lavender set, and I just swagged it over the center. It's kind of mimicking the fold, along the lines of the folds. So it's just some glue in the center because it's popped up on that circle. And we don't want to glue it. Glue our card shut or glue it to the right panel. Oh, and I put too much glue on there. To grab a Kleenex real quick. Yeah, maybe I got too excited thinking about my Ticino. And unfortunately, Ticino used to be sold at Woodman's. It's not anymore. And it used to be sold at Willie Street Co-op. I haven't been able to find it there consistently, but it's sold at the other co-op in town, Jennifer Street, and I can always order it online. But a bag lasts me quite a while. And then some copper sequins. Can't remember what I packed in yours, but I'm just using off of a strip. It came from this collection, brown and gold. You might get brown and gold. Neutral adhesive back sequins. Those are just my leftovers from a couple of packages. All right. Here's the die from Perennial Lavender and the die from the Earthen Elegance. Okay, dies actually are going on my metal thing so I don't lose them. So that's that one all done. So I'm doing a catalog tour now to help you catch up with assembling your kits in case you fell a little bit behind. So the heart kit, which we have yet to assemble, uses the Mostly Adorned paper from the Celebration promotion. This promotion ended February 29th. So sorry if you didn't place an order by then. to get some of these products. One of your stuff-ins, extra paper, might have been from the Softly Stippled Suite. And just the paper that I included to make your kits mail a little easier. And then I used paper from the Delightfully Eclectic Suite, or pattern paper. And let me think, which one did I use? I think it was a stuff-in. Looking now. Yeah, for some reason I thought I used it. I think I stuffed in some of the kits with extras of those. And then we just finished up the Earth and Elegance. I stuffed in this pattern right here. You can kind of see the ombre that I was talking about. That's the one I actually used in the kit. And this pattern right here we're going to use in the next kit. Ribbons. In the heart kit I used the herringbone ribbon. And then in the next kit, the crumb cake kit, I'm going to use a natural wavy trim. Punch is coming up, 2 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm going to use that in the heart kit. Already used the decorative circle, the vintage bottles used in a couple of the kits, and then this bow is used in the next kit coming up. The earthen texture dies, I used that one right there, the little lacrosse one. Okay, and then from the mini catalog, January to April, already mentioned I used the die cut butterflies. You're going to get 1 sheet of those. I only used 1 of those in your kits. So you've got four die cut shapes you can use wherever you'd like. I used the painted lavender. Oh, here's the earthen textures, the rest of the dies. I only used that 1 though. The painted lavender die set. So we used 3 of them. 4 of them actually, because I used the butterflies as well. And then here are the gems, and here's the pattern paper I used in the first kit. This one right here, and then this one. Okay, that's it for the catalog tour, so we'll progress on to the next kit. Okay, third kit is this crumb cake kit with a cute little butterfly from the painted lavender die set. Right here, it's a 2 die set. They're joined, so you don't lose that tiny one. Put the smallest butterfly in the center. Not sure if you can see that. The bow punch I used. Here's the ribbon. This fun little ribbon. You got a length of that. And then I also used the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. Okay, here you got in a strip of those. All right, so pull your kit out. The DSP stuffing in this kit is from the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper pack, not the Delightfully Eclectic paper pack that I pointed out during the catalog tour. I'm also just pointing out that I used the back side for the Hollyhocks die cut on the other kit. We are going to do your scoring first and cutting. So upper left, bottom right corner, on both outside panels for scoring. Make sure you got your scoring blade. Hold down your cardstock, run it a couple of times. Upper left to bottom right. Okay, and then cutting. I want the pink up on both sides. So one is upper left to bottom right with the scoring blade. Lining up the corners again, upper left to bottom right in the cutting track. Cut. And then this one's the opposite. Upper right to bottom left. Okay. I'm going to run a strip of adhesive. Put that in the center. What else do we have in the center? We've got, bring everything over here. The bow, oop, and I crushed it, not crushed it, yeah, I did crush the limb over. Stalk, that's way too much. So if you look in the PDF, there is a second piece of designer series paper, a thin strip that's at the bottom. I decided not to do that. It's a little bit too much fussy cutting for me. Plus I wanted to give you other options. All right, so with the dimensions and the cutting instructions are there if you choose to. In the PDF, it'll show everything. I think most everybody did it in their sample. So there's 5 knots there, and there's 5 on the front. So I would grab your old-fashioned ribbon cutting scissors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need something that's going to handle this thick. It's jute basically. So I need 5. Two lengths of 5, which means you got a length of 3 yet. You can do something with. And then to attach this jute, I did 2 glue dots. The second one in on either end. You're gonna have to force that glue dot into there. The glue dots fit perfectly. And then the butterflies glued out again. This butterfly, so depending on where you are in your roll of glue dots, it may fit over the glue dot, it may not. You may have to roll that glue dot in a little bit. There, that fit. I'm gonna put it on this one this time. No, I'm gonna put it at the top. At the top? Let's put it at the top so you can see the difference. So for my sample card, I put it actually on the little vegetation. For this one, I put it at the top. And then while I'm here and I got the string of glue dots, I'm going to attach it. And then why don't we do something a little different? This is the decorative circle punch. This one right here. There. It's a symbol. So it's a little different. All the way around, it's symmetrical, but it has different points. Here's the rounded points. These have got more pointy points. So you decide which one you want out. I want to see the rounded points on the left and the right. This circle that I included is actually retired. It's the retired 2-inch. Okay, and then the bottle over that. So my rounded points to the left and right. Oops, stuck there a little bit. Okay, this through the top. Oh, about a third of the way down. And then butterfly over that. And then you would have gotten a strip of these Tinsel Gems strip. I'm just using off of a strip that I already have started. So like the pinkish purple, and I just did 3. 1 with the green. I like the green and the mauve. Okay, so that's all assembled. All right, let's pull this in. This is a little bit extra, maybe stick it on the back. Pull this in, and we know we want to get glue all on the pinks, right? Or we want all the pinks up, so glue on the opposite side. Oh, and I didn't do my scoring. And I would score first because that score takes up a little bit of space. And I want to try to make sure I've got the same kind of mat around the whole thing. So let's just do that. Got a little ahead of myself. Okay. And this pattern paper is from the this is from the Earth and Textures. Unusual color, but goes well with all of the browns that were in that collection. And coordinates perfectly with crumb cake, one of my favorite colors. And just hold your glue down for a few seconds. Make sure it didn't slide. It's a little bit on me there. Okay, now this one I attached on the right flap pleat with some dimensionals again. And just 2 on this angle here. Flip it over for the bottleneck closer to you. You'll put 2 on the right hand side. And there's that one. All right, now when you mail it, I would suggest that you actually hand deliver these or put it in a package. They mail actually like this. That's how you tuck them in your envelope. They fit better in the clear envelope that I included the kits in. Like that. They're a little thick to mail, especially with all the embellishments. Plus the Postal Service sometimes dings you when you're actually underweight, but your card is bumpy. And we like to include bumpy, right? In our cards, we like the embellishments. This one's a little flatter. So if you want to have a better chance of mailing, maybe don't pop up your focal point. Attach it flat with some tape runner or glue. Okay, this is the last one. This is the one that used it was called Mostly Adorned from the Celebration brochure. Yeah, Most Adorned I got a whole bunch of hearts and reds and stripes. So extra bonus piece for you. Oh, and the opposite side was gold. They like to do that. The products that I used would have been the herringbone, white herringbone ribbon. You get 10, where is it? Yep, 10 yards in a roll. And then the sequins I included, adhesive back sequins, would have been some of these pink ones. There are also white ones in this collection, and the white are all used up. Okay, you know the procedure. Grab your paper trimmer. Upper left-hand corner to the bottom right corner on the left panel to score. Get your scoring board or scoring blade up there. Move the cutting blade out of the way. Score that. Upper left to bottom right to score. So you can get 2 of these card bases out of one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. You have a good chunk at the leftover. Oh, we need his yet. So you still can get 2 off of one cardstock. You'll have a good chunk to use somewhere else. Okay, now what do I do with my sample? I got the plaid on the front panel and the hearts on the back. So the front panel, the left one we cut first. That is the upper left to the bottom right. Oh man, and we have got wind today. You can hear it out there. Oh, I wonder if it's the deck cake. Oh, I just cut it. Oh yeah, I needed to cut. Got sidetracked with the wind. Cut that one. The deck gate that when it's really windy kind of flaps. There we go. Those 2 cut. Yeah. Okay. So I know I need glue here and here and here and here. All right, let's attach the white. Again with some tape runner. And then the heart punches are retired. I generally keep the shape punches. A lot of the punches, I should say, I keep because you never know when I'm going to use it. Two at the bottom, attached with glue dots. Now we're going to score. Flip it over. Score that one. Okay. This flap is placed back. And this flap gets placed front. Just like that. Okay. Now, I guess this should have gone over the golds. I should have done the golds up for you, but oh well, they're cut now. Gotta hit it myself there. I could have put glue on there. My furnace just turned off. You might have heard it. Oops, darn it. Got some glue on the end. And when it's blowing, I don't like to, it's blowing right over me, so it's drying the glue. And let's see, I don't know what I did with that Kleenex, but I got a little glue there. try to wipe that off. Okay. Let's see, yeah, when the furnace is blowing, it dries this glue really quick. All right, and then the front panel is, so I just put, whoops, sorry, I hit the camera stand. I just put some of this over the center, and I did pull the edges. Oh, it's not gonna fray for me. Not gonna fray when I want it. You can't really wrap it around, although you could have, I guess, because you'll see it on the back. I guess you could have wrapped it and secured it halfway around. You could have done that, I guess. One end would have been showing though, but you would have had just one end that was fraying. I actually like to fray my ribbons for a little different look. This one's not going to cooperate. Oh, there we go. Just like that. All right, and then, oh, I see I didn't secure that. That was an afterthought. Did I not secure it? I'll have to put some glue dots in there. Okay. So I had it going this way. I'm going to actually run my ribbon parallel with the flaps. So grab some dimensionals. I can put it right on the flap this time. Okay, and then hearts, one dimensional on either side, because they're going to cross in the middle. And then you would have gotten a strip of the sequins. I'm using a strip that I had already started. And what I put two there. Why don't I put it on the ribbon this time? Give you a chance to decide which look you like. And you've got more sequins, so maybe you're going to do a few more. I don't like the green, it's too much of a contrast. All right, so there you got our 4 twisted gatefold cards. 1, 2, where's the rest of them? 3, 4, plus the bonus that was in the emailed PDF. So that one's a little bit different than this one. If you do decide to go all crazy with stuff at the top, be aware you can't go too high because it won't fit in your envelope. So if you make your own, want to add stuff hanging off, just got to be aware of how it's going to fit in your envelope when you decorate it. Okay, thanks for creating your April 2024 kits in the mail with me. I feature new kits each month. I currently have, I think, depending on when you're going to watch this video, I might have the past months up. I might have another few months up as well. Just go to my blog at superawesomestamper.com, click on Kits in the Mail, to see what I have available. And if you have any questions about Stampin' Up, what it means to be a demonstrator on my team, or would like to place an order, you can go to my blog and click the contact button, and I'll get an email and I'll be able to reply back to you. If you'd like to place an order, you can go to my online store at sjsinks.stampinup.net. Look for my current host code, which is listed on my blog or is also included in my emails. By using a current host code with your online order, you receive an emailed PDF from me as a thank you for using the host code. This is if your order is less than $150, excluding shipping and tax. If your order is greater than $150, make sure you remain shopping with me. Don't use a host code so that you can redeem all the Stampin' Up! Post rewards. If your order is greater than $150 and you remain shopping with me, you will still get that emailed PDF as a thank you for shopping with me. All right, have a great day, and we'll stamp with you soon. Bye.